What if I told you the most iconic women you admire weren't ready when they became iconic? You don't become legendary and then act like it. You act like it, then become it. Today, we're breaking down the real strategy behind fake it till you're legendary. And no, it's not magic. It's a science-backed branding method. Picture this: a quiet office in New York City. A 16-year-old girl from Barbados with no stylist, no glam team, and no billion-dollar empire. Just raw, unpolished, and breakable potential. She stepped into the room with confidence, when just minutes before she was terrified, shaking as she waited in the company lobby. The producers stared at her. That's when she felt the weight of the moment. They must have thought she would cower, turn her back, and leave from the overwhelming pressure. But instead, she stood tall, shoulders back, chin slightly raised, eyes steady, and in that moment, before she even sang, they felt it. That presence, that star before the stardom energy that you can't ignore. They couldn't name it back then, but now we can. It was Rihanna in her future self-embodiment. She wasn't trying to be anyone else. She was behaving like the woman she knew she would become. And now she is that woman. How did she do it? And do you think you can do it too? Let's find out as I show you the real way on how to fake it till you're legendary. Hi, this is Elle, and welcome back to the Brand Vault, where we study personal branding, self-improvement, and women's empowerment. This video is the first entry in the Rebrand series, your curated guide into embodying the woman you are meant to become. In today's video, we will learn the faking it method through the help of the icon herself, Rihanna. We'll deep dive into the psychology of why this method works. And finally, we will explore how you can apply this in real life to reach the highest version of the woman you want to become. Let us dive in. The faking it method, told through Rihanna. Let's go back to that young Rihanna, not the billionaire, not the fashion icon, but the girl who dared to follow her dreams against all odds. She embodied her future self before anyone believed in her, before the fame, before the hits. She walked into Def Jam's office in 2005 for what was supposed to be a quick audition, worried that Rihanna might just be a one-hit wonder, Jay-Z, and music mogul. Reid even had an argument the night before her audition. But as they listened to Rihanna perform Whitney Houston's For the Love of You and her future hit single, Reid famously told Jay-Z, "Don't let her leave the building." Legend says Jay-Z locked the doors and wouldn't let her leave until she signed the perfect deal. He gave her two ultimatums: leave through the door with the deal signed or through the window. And they were on the 29th floor. Rihanna waited, starstruck and shaking in the hallway, until lawyers finalized a 6-album deal around 3 a.m., securing her future. Rihanna, despite being starstruck and shaken from nervousness, grasped the opportunity and performed like the pop star she was meant to be. She utilized future self-psychology, introduced by Dr. Benjamin Hardy, an organizational psychologist who argued that a person can intentionally transform their life by clearly defining who they want to be in the future, and then being that person. Now, Rihanna wasn't being who she was. She was becoming who she wanted to be by being that girl in that historic moment that propelled her into gaining more opportunities in the future. Soon she rose to fame, her songs blasted in speakers for the world to sing along and dance to. You might think she'll be contented because she finally became the woman she just used to embody. But Rihanna didn't stop. And by taking another leap before she was ready, she moved again accordingly. She built a brand before she had the right credentials. Now Rihanna is no business graduate. She had no marketing major and no corporate strategist. She didn't earn her way into entrepreneurship the traditional way. But when she envisioned Fenty, she didn't wait to feel qualified. She stepped into the identity of a CEO before she ever became one. Harvard Business School studied Fenty Beauty, which examined Rihanna's alignment with purpose. The research highlighted Fenty's success through its beauty for all strategy. Rihanna once again proved that if she can conquer the music industry, she can also do it with beauty. She has always been viewed as a pop star. At that time, that was her identity, but she broke that image to expand into a new one. Not just a singer or entertainer, but now she is an entrepreneur with a purpose in mind. And up to this day, she continues breaking borders. She stayed consistent with change. Here's where the magic happens. Being consistent is one thing, but being consistent with change is on another level. After conquering entertainment and the business world, She's now navigating the challenging life of motherhood. Who said you can't be a girl boss and be a mother of three in a loving relationship all at the same time? Rihanna really does it all. Tiny wins, people. Remember the big wins. The Met Gala coats, the fashion moments, and the billionaire status. But what they miss are the tiny wins. Yes, Rihanna was blessed enough to have big opportunities in her life, but behind the scenes, she also prioritized collecting small wins, because identity becomes real through repetition. Continue compiling small moments when you made a decision as your future self, and soon enough your future will become you. The authenticity question. But wait, you might be thinking, Al, didn't you say that authenticity is one of the main goals of personal branding? Then why are you telling me to fake it? This is the moment where people get confused. They say, but isn't this pretending? Isn't this fake? Isn't this inauthentic? This is a wrong way to perceive this strategy. The faking it strategy is not inauthenticity. It's about embodying the highest version of yourself and who you want to be. It's about aligning your behavior with the woman you're growing into, not the woman you're trying to escape. It's not delusion, it's self-evolution. And most importantly, it should not be mistaken for pretending to be someone else. It is still you, just your future upgraded version, who you decided to bring out in the present moment. The psychology behind it. Now, this is why the faking it method works. Identity-Based Habits by James Clear. Identity shifts through evidence, not thoughts. Identity drives beliefs, beliefs drive actions. Actions reinforce identity. The most powerful change happens when you start to change your identity. Believe that you are this type of person, know how they act, and proceed to embody it. Most people start from actions first, reading books when what they really want is to binge, watch Netflix. This is the hard way to reform your brand. Instead of reading books to convince yourself, you're becoming a reader. Make yourself believe that you are a reader first, and then the action of reading will come after. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. James Clear, you don't become your future self through visualization or journaling alone. You become her through receipts, as each small action builds proof. Future Self Psychology Dr. Benjamin Hardy. Your future self should dictate your present behavior, meaning your life changes the moment you stop acting from who you've been and start acting from who you're becoming. Most people live reactive lives. They make decisions based on fear, habit, familiar identity, present limitations, and what feels safe. Dr. Hardy says that this makes your life predictable and small. But when you attach yourself emotionally to a future identity, your behavior changes automatically. Not because of motivation, but because you now have direction. Never wait until you're ready, because you'll never be. Unless you change how you live now, you'll never get where you want to be. Presence, Amy Cuddy. Your posture alone can change your confidence. Amy Cuddy's work, including her book Presence and her landmark research on power, posture, and confidence centers around one transformational idea. Your body can change your mind. Your mind can change your behavior, and your behavior can change your outcomes. In personal branding terms, your presence becomes the first signal of your identity. Your body broadcasts your self-belief before you say a word. Imagine yourself 5 years from now, not the version you think is realistic, the version that scares you a little, the version that feels too powerful, too magnetic, too much. Hold her in your mind. Now we build her. Applying it to you. Clarify. Who is your legendary self? Close your eyes, picture her. Where is she standing? What is she wearing? How does she walk into a room? What energy does she give off? How does she speak? What does her face look like when she hears her own boundaries disrespected? What does her morning look like? What does she no longer tolerate? You need this picture, because you cannot become a woman you cannot imagine. Embody microhabits of the new you. Don't change your whole life. Just change your microhabits. Now that you know exactly the kind of woman you want to be, always think about her in every decision you make daily. Have the same posture as her. Choose outfits she would wear. Say no where she would say no. Speak with the tone she would use. Walk with her tempo. Treat your work with her standards. Enter rooms with her energy. These tiny shifts tell your brain, this is who we are now. Soon enough, you won't even need to think about what she would do, but what you would do instead, as you've already become her. Signal Build Your Brand. This is where your branding comes in. Colors, aesthetic, photos, captions, how you speak online and in real life. If Embody is all about being the new you, Signal is about showing who you've become. This not only helps strengthen your new identity, but also tells the world to treat you differently. Proof. Collect tiny wins until you believe yourself. Confidence doesn't fall from the sky. It's built. One tiny first win at a time. Your first project, your first video, your first client, your first boundary upheld, your first time choosing your future self over the old one. Identity follows evidence, so collect your tiny wins and celebrate them. Conclusion. Rihanna is a woman who didn't wait for permission nor validation. She didn't wait to be ready and behaved like the woman she wanted to be until her new self became undeniable. And today we learned that anyone can do the same. You don't need to fake confidence. You need to act from the identity you are building. You don't become legendary and then act like it. You act like it, and the world adjusts. This is how you rebrand. Thank you so much for watching. And if this video helped you in any way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more lessons on building a brand that feels uniquely you.